Hey ladies, Danny and I here. We've just been so busy and so excited about this season, trying to figure out what we could really just do. And the leaders, we all got together and we really just came up with the idea that it seemed like, I don't know, maybe you will disagree, but don't you think they just wanted more time to talk?
Yeah, like they wanted that like small group, really that connection.
Yeah.
Like they don't get a lot of time you guys don't get a lot of time just to be friends.
And most importantly, get some hot coffee and hot food because sometimes we get you guys so busy that you don't have time to enjoy it while it's hot. So we're going to take this season to do a little bit more devotions with you. And we thought it'd be really fun to do little videos, real life videos of us just sitting here and going through the Devo with you at the beginning of the session. And then we'll get into some small group sessions after you've heard our little video and our little snippet of what's going on in our life. And we really hope that by hearing our stories that you'll feel comfortable to open up and share and just be able to relate to us, just because we can relate to you and we're all going through it or have been through it. And I think we really can help one another. So we're excited for that.
Yeah. And as much as I absolutely love being behind camera or in front of camera and in front of a microphone, it's not just gonna be Nicole and I. Don't worry. We do have other leaders coming in that are going to kind of touch on the different things that we're going to talk about. So you won't just see our faces, but we're going to kind of dive in a little bit to the different devos that we're going to go over, kind of give you like a little intro of what we're going to be talking about over the next couple weeks. So we're actually going to dive into 6 different women of the Bible and their kind of story on how they handled joy. And I think for so many of us, like women and moms, we struggle a lot to find that joy. I know for me personally, being able to have joy in the kind of season I'm in sometimes, it's hard. And it's hard to find it and what it looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to let these women kind of give us an example of maybe like what not to do and then maybe what to do. So.
But remember, joy also doesn't have to be a feeling, like an emotional feeling. Like we should always have joy.
No matter what.
Because of what he did for us.
Yeah.
So we have to try to remember that in those moments. So who are we going to look at first?
So we're going to go into, in the beginning.
There was time.
There was time. And there was an Eve. And Eve, she struggled with that trust. And I think to find that joy when she was literally surrounded by perfectness. So even in like the perfect circumstances, she found the ability not to trust and not to have that joy. So we're going to kind of hit on her story a little bit and what that looks like. And
then we have Sarah. She struggled with cynicism and the vulnerability of joy. Cynicism.
What? I'm not going to lie. I have no idea what that word is.
To be honest, I don't either. I had to look it up. Okay. So let me tell you, and I still don't remember, even though I looked it up, because that is a big vocabulary word for me. All right, so cynical is believing that people are motivated purely by self-interest.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's a hard one because sometimes I'm not sure if people are doing things for the right reasons, and that's.
Or they're gonna take the joy that I have or the things that I say and trust out of context and use it against me.
Yeah,
I have definitely had that happen in my life before.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, so I'll be interested to see how to kind of lean in and learn from her story.
Yeah, be good.
Then we have Miriam. So Miriam struggled. She lost a lot of her joy when she started comparing herself to others.
Oh, ding, ding, ding. That hits right here.
I knew you were going to say that.
Wow, she knows me well.
But it's true. I think as women, especially as moms, we struggle so much with the comparison aspect of life when we're not supposed to compare.
And I think it's even harder this day and age, like we've always said, with social media and the different avenues to get there with Pinterest and just everyone trying to strive to one up the next person. And it's really hard to sit there as a mom who maybe is in a different season, but also maybe that's just not something you're able to do. So it's just trying to find that joy without comparing to. So then we have Jesus' mom, and she had to relinquish the joy she wanted for the joy that she needed.
Okay, I get that. Like going into her pregnancy, she knew she needed, or no, I'm sorry, she knew she wanted
Right.
this Jesus kid.
I mean, think about it when you were pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, how much joy that brought you.
Yeah. And then to know, like on the other side of it, she's going to have to give that up because of the joy that she needed.
That was on the other side.
That was on the other side.
Yeah.
That's, I'll be really interested to see how the leaders take that week and give real life examples. I feel like Jesus' mom is like, well, yeah, she's his mom. But like, how do I do that now? And then the week after that, we're going to go and dive into Elizabeth's story.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to kind of shift gears there for a minute because I feel like we've kind of talked about how people didn't do joy well.
Right.
But with Elizabeth's story, spoiler alert, she actually knows how to do joy well. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? No?
No.
Okay, so like she's able to have joy in circumstances.
Okay, yes.
Okay,
yes.
So have joy in circumstances that maybe some people aren't able to have that joy in.
Yeah, so like even when she's in a low,
yeah,
she's able to have joy.
Mm-hmm.
That, like we kind of talked about at the beginning.
Yeah.
That like we should always have joy because he died on the cross for us. But it's hard to sometimes have that joy in those moments.
Yeah. It's hard to actually know that there's people like that out there. Because I know for me, I struggle to have joy in circumstances sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get too into it because I feel like we could talk about this for days.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's that when we're in the exact moment, we sometimes don't feel that joy. But then after we're out of the moment, we look back and we're like, I did have joy in that moment. So, but it's trying to remember you still have that joy when you're in that moment. So I think that's really what it comes down to. So I know a lot of people out there, and I definitely strive to be like those Elizabeths that just constantly have that joy and exude that joy at all times.
Yeah, I'm excited for who we have on that week. Yeah, because I feel like they're going to really show that, and they do. They live it.
Yeah, they live it. Yeah. And then we have Mary Magdalene, the woman who just wanted to always share joy. No matter what she was doing, she was so quick to just share the joy that she had because she was just so thankful for what he did for her.
I think that's a great way to say it. The thankfulness of it.
Yeah. We're excited. Those are the 6 women that we're going to be talking about and just going through this season and digging deep. And there'll just be some short, quick podcasts, kind of like today. And then we'll get some small groups going. But while we're on this topic of joy, do you watch American Idol?
I have.
Okay. This Monday, ironically, my husband and I had some time to ourselves. And we were sitting on the couch and we were watching American Idol. And of course, it was the last one. And spoiler alert, I don't know if you know this, but the last ones always go through. They're always, pretty amazing. So this younger woman comes on and she was telling us her story. And she told the judges, because the first question they asked was, what are you going to sing for us today? And she said, I'm going to sing a song called String Cheese.
Like the food?
Yeah, like the food.
And this is more serious. It sounds like it's going to be like a funny one.
Right, but I knew it wasn't because it's the last one. So they can't have a joke for the last one, right? I mean, that would just throw off the whole season. So
that would be rude.
That would be terrible. Like, that would be the biggest letdown after watching the show the whole time. Be like, really? That's what you're going to end with?
There's no good ones?
Right. So anyway, so we're sitting on the couch and she's telling her story to the judges because, of course, the first question is, well, how did you come up with that? And so she was telling them the story about how she was a mom and she had 3 boys and she was sitting on the couch with her newest baby and she was going through postpartum depression. And I definitely relate to that because I kind of hit some postpartum depression when I had mine, especially my first one. And she was sitting on the couch and she was just crying and weeping out to the Lord. And she was really, really in a low and struggling. And her oldest one, came up to her on the couch and said, Mommy, my string cheese. Mommy, open my string cheese. Mommy, will you open my string cheese? And she said it was in that moment. Can you relate? I mean,
when they passed my husband,
yes,
and I'm like probably taking a nap, like that's literally happened. I've been sleeping, and they wake me up with they hit me with the string cheese.
Yeah,
open it,
right?
No,
and you're like, go see the person over there.
Yeah, like you just passed them,
right? So so I felt like I really could relate to that, and so it was in that moment that she realized that her ministry was to be their mom, and I feel like it also hit me that that's also that moment that she was realizing how to find joy no matter the circumstance because of what he did for her. And he provided these kids for her. So she needed to find the joy in that. And so she wrote this song called String Cheese, and we're going to play it for you. And
Is it going to be sad?
And I can tell you that even just my husband listening to it, who is not a crier or like real emotional, I could hear him getting choked up listening to the song. And I definitely shed some tears. So we'll make sure there's some Kleenex for you on the table. But I really want you to sit back and listen. I just listen to the words. And even if you're not in the season, either you haven't gotten there yet or you've passed that season, I still know you're going to relate and really get it. And it's really going to hit home.
Well, I think too, there's string cheese in every season.
Absolutely.
You know, what is your string cheese?
Right.
String cheese.
Mine's mozzarella.
All right, let's play. All right, we love you guys. Enjoy this song.